It's time to reveal the light poll. It's time to reveal the light poll week 7. The light poll, once again, for those of you who are new, the light poll is our model, our power rankings and ratings model. The power rankings is our power ratings combined with our 3 picks for power rankings averaged out together. That's our power rankings. The power ratings is what the light poll spits out, which is essentially a model, a bunch of jumbled up stats, and an algorithm that spits out a number for who the best team in the league is. It's been pretty dang accurate. The spreads are winning. The spreads are helping us win. We'll get to spread to spread. We got good records around here. With that said, I was a little late to this episode because I didn't spend my time wisely in the last couple of days. You could say that. I kind of did. But I fully revamped the light poll this weekend. I decided I didn't like a couple of the stats and the analytics in it, and I decided I didn't like the numbers it was spitting out. Some things weren't making sense. So instead of just revamping those couple of stats, I just redid the entire thing. So a lot more advanced analytics in there, and I'm gonna keep improving it as we go. But it's cool because the numbers it's spitting out now, the difference in the number 1 and number 2 team, which I'm not going to reveal yet, but the difference in the number 1 and number 2 team is 0.07 points. The difference in the number 1 and the number 32 team is about 24 points, which makes sense. Because if you guys know who number 1 is and you guys know who number 32 is, if Vegas were to put a spread out for those 2 teams on a neutral field right now, it would probably sit around 24 points.
3 scores, yeah.
I'd guess more around like 18, but either way, with that said,
yeah, 32 second, yeah, that's a fair 32nd ranked team. They suck.
So the numbers are a lot tighter now, and the analytics are a lot more improved. So without further ado, here is week 7 of the light poll. You're looking at the rankings here. We got 49ers coming in at first. The Dolphins have moved up to second. Notably, the Lions have moved from 2 weeks ago, I believe, number 7 up to number 3. Chiefs are back in the top 5. Eagles are out of the top 5. The bottom 10 there has switched up quite a bit. What's sticking out to you guys on here?
So the number in the bracket is what
the number in the
NFL
bracket
ranks them, correct?
No. So the big number is our overall ranking, which is the light poll combined with our averages. The number in the bracket is the light poll models rating for the team.
Oh, so the Jets at 22 is crazy.
Yeah. So what you're seeing is the light poll agrees with our number 1.
At 27?
The light poll agrees with our number 1, our number 2, and our number 4. The light poll has the Lions at 5. It has the Bills at 3.
That's
Eagles
asinine.
at 7. It puts the Eagles down. It puts the Ravens significantly down to 12. What's sticking out here? Who do you think's too high? Who do you think's too low? Looking at both numbers.
I mean, it's got the Houston Texans at number 9.
It does have the Houston Texans at number 9.
That's absurd.
You can say that's absurd, but you agreed with that. That number,
I did.
You had them fairly high,
didn't I?
Me and you both had them fairly high.
Are really good.
You're right.
Either way,
because after looking at some of they've beaten and competed with some tough teams.
They have competed with some tough teams, and they beat them. They beat one of the teams we're discussing tonight in the Saints. So, and they beat both of these teams. They beat both of the teams that are playing tonight.
They did beat both of these teams. Yeah, I take that back. CJ Stroud, I'm sorry. I love you.
I don't think the Raiders are low enough. I frequently disrespect the Raiders.
Oh, the Raiders.
I'm trying to think of some numbers that were standing out. There was one that I was thinking. I was looking at Commander Sam Howell. Sam Howell this season has been sacked, I think,
pretty good.
He's been sacked 33 times for, I think, over 300 yards. He's been sacked 11 more times than the next quarterback. Those are some of the numbers on there as well.
They've never been able to keep a quarterback clean in Washington. That's a fact.
They have not. Some games.
Phil Theismann, dude.
Some games to watch for on the light poll here. We got Lions Ravens. That's a matchup we want to see this weekend. Lions at
Easy
number
win, baby.
5 on the light poll. Obviously not what you're seeing because our rankings have them at 3, but the light poll model itself has them at 5. The Ravens at 12. The light poll does, however, at home favor the Ravens by 1.5 points.
That's crazy.
So we'll have to keep an eye on that one.
That's almost disrespectful. I think
but
that's what
that means
the spread is.
That means it's still picking. It's 3. That means it's still picking the Lions to cover
3.
+3. Either way, home field advantage plays into that. Number 24 Bears versus number 26 Raiders has Chicago at home favored by 1.5. I think that line should be high. But if Fields is out, I guess. They signed Trace McSorley. So, come on now.
Oh, frick. Trace McSorley.
You got the number 2
Throw
Dolphins
it
versus
on
the
a
number 7
dime.
Eagles. The Eagles at home are favored by 0.5 point.
How's that even possible?
Recent offensive struggles play massively into that.
Well, I'm not saying how. Just make it a full point. You can't win by 0.5 of a point.
The Eagles are scoring in the red zone at like 32%. Last season they were scoring at like 68%. So
Nick Sirianni can't quite figure it out down there right now.
Yeah, that's for Coach of the Year.
One of the metrics in the system here, another cool one I want to point
Joe.
out. One of the metrics is true red zone percentage, which kind of combines some different numbers, which mainly are the percentage of drives that reach the red zone and the percentage of times in the red zone that you score. And the interesting thing is the Patriots actually score the highest in that metric because they only reach the red zone on, I believe,
like
11% of their drives. But when they're in the red zone, they score at over 80%.
That's so sad, man.
But when you're only reaching the red zone one time a game, that means nothing. So that metric is high for them.
Suck.
But it's fun. Here's the thing. This stuff is tasking. Like, it's crazy tasking. But to look at these numbers and then actually like analyze why it's spitting out what it's spitting out is kind of cool. It's fun. I spent all last night doing that. But any other games that are sticking out to you guys this weekend? I think Steelers play the Rams. That was an interesting one to me. Chargers Chiefs was an interesting one to me based on the metrics here.
I like that game a lot. Actually,
The Packers. Packers, who do they play again?
They pick Chiefs.
Packers play the Broncos. That one
Play Broncos, yeah.
That one metrically seems like it's going to be a lot closer than what we think it should be.
Yeah, that one's going to be an interesting one just because Jordan Love is not looking good.
No.
He looked good and then he looked bad. And the Broncos defense played. Relax, don't kill me, Joe. The Broncos defense played pretty good against the Chiefs last week.
It's crazy because the Broncos defense is supposed to be like otherworldly. Like with Pat Surtain, the defensive front they have, they're supposed to be one of the best in the league. Obviously, I think offensive struggles really hurt that. Deeper theory that we're not going to go too in depth on. I think Russell Wilson hurts that team mentally more than people realize. But that defense is supposed to be so good, and they're just not.
But Russ, what? The only thing he's cooking is freaking garbage.
That
baked beans.
Dude, Paxton Lynch played better than what Russell Wilson has with the Broncos.
Oh my!
Paxton Lynch has won just as many games as he has, dude.
That is the light
Give
poll.
me Paxton Lynch and
7.
Trevor Siemian.
That is the light poll. Week 7, we gave you some games to watch.